TED Ed Club. BBC.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs on the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You may quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see the genius in them. Because the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. These lines were told by Steve Jobs in his Think Different ad campaign. Though these lines tell us about the worth of an Apple machine, these lines tell us something else too. These lines tell us about the people who have been criticized, rebuked, and considered foolish about their ideas and opinions. But in the end, these are the very same people who do something amazing in their lives. Take any industry, the film industry, the car industry, the space industry, you will see loads of such personalities who at first were considered as outcasts, but now are one of the most influential people in the world. Let's take the example of the computer industry. Steve Jobs was born and brought up in Palo Alto. He once saw his friend Steve Wozniak building a personal computer. That's when he knew what his calling was. He was considered foolish to spend days and nights and millions of dollars to bring the computers to the hands of people. But in the end, the phones that are currently in your pocket, the laptops that you're typing on, the PC that is sitting in your home, all of them have been influenced by the core ideology of Steve Jobs. And that was to bring the computing power to the hands of people. Let's take another example. Elon Musk was born and brought up in South Africa. He was one of those people who believed that moving to Silicon Valley would be the place where he would make it big. And he did make it big. He moved to Silicon Valley and found a company called Zip2. He sold it for $22 million to a company called Compaq. Thankfully, life gave him two options. One option was to live a luxurious life. The second option was to get back to work and create something revolutionary once again. And being adventurous, Elon Musk chose the latter option. He moved to San Francisco and found a company called SpaceX, which aimed to build space boosters at a fraction of the price of what NASA and other space agencies did. At the same time, he started investing his money in a failed company called Tesla, which aimed to build luxurious electric cars. His friends, his family, his children, all of them criticized his bold decisions. But in the end, SpaceX churns out space boosters at the speed at which Coke bottles get churned. And at the same time, Tesla is the dream car of every American. Let us drive this idea back home to India, and what better example do I have other than Mahatma Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi moved from South Africa and found the state of affairs in India to be disappointing. People in India believed that they needed the weapons that Britishers had to become free. But Mahatma Gandhi had a different perspective of this entire situation. He believed that by just following the ideology of Satyagraha, they would become free again. His friends, his family, his party workers did not believe in his ideologies and felt that they were foolish. But in the end, India became free by the British rule just by following this core ideology of Satyagraha. So then this question arises in our mind, and that is, what was different? How did these people make it big? What was different? Well, the answer seems to be pretty simple. It was self-belief. All these people believed in themselves. They believed that they could change the world. They believed that they could bring a dent to the universe. All these people, Elon Musk, Mahatma Gandhi, Steve Jobs, all of them had the belief in them. They believed that they could change the world. We call such people as entrepreneurs, freaks, nerds, misfits, and sometimes we call them as crusaders. So in the end, I would like to say, if you have a passion in something, if you think that you can change the world, if you think that you can bring the dent to the universe, then cut out the negative energy around you. Because the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do.